Women's job is in the kitchen. Women's job is to make a man a sandwich. Do you object to that framework?
Yeah, because I can cook.
So just to be clear, wait, do you think it's, do you object to the statement? Yes or no? Quick answers, please.
Yes.
Yeah, we can get DoorDash.
Is it sexist? Is that your question?
Yeah, what's the question exactly?
Is it wrong?
Women's job is in the kitchen?
Yes. Is that wrong to say?
It's framed so horribly. Yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah, it's like the happy wife, happy life
just
thing.
answer the question.
Yes.
Bad connotation.
Answer the question.
Yes,
It
that
sounds terrible, but in a way I do kind of agree. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes, it's wrong?
I think it's wrong saying it's their job
Go
in
ahead.
the kitchen.
I don't
Go
think
on.
it's wrong. I think it's a part of our job.
Okay, what about you?
Sorry, the question one more time.
Is it wrong to say that women's job is, I mean, the other one is like barefoot pregnant in the kitchen?
Yeah.
No.
Is that wrong to say? That's women's job.
Women's job is in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I need to think about this. Sorry. I know
Is
it
it wrong?
seems simple.
Yes or no? Okay.
I just don't like
Now,
how it's worded.
I think all of you said yes, it's wrong.
Yeah.
I said it's because, like, as animals,
I
that is
said no.
our job, like, you know, with our biology. Like, those owls, you see the videos of them, they go out, the men go out and they're constantly hunting, and they bring back the food for the woman and the babies. And sorry, so the owls go out and they bring back the food, the men are always out providing, and it's just in our nature.
So, okay,
to
so
do
why is
that.
it, so it's wrong though?
No,
right?
it's
No,
not wrong.
I'm saying
Okay.
that, like, genetically, it is correct. I just think
Okay.
that is such a loaded statement, and because of the way that
Why?
we're evolving right now and how women are, they're not like that anymore. That it rubs them the wrong way. They're not.
Thank you for making,
natural.
thank you all of you for making my argument. If you're prepared to say that it's wrong that a woman ought to be cooking in the kitchen, how is it not orders
That's
of
not what-
magnitude?
that
Hold
wasn't-
on,
that's
let me
not what he
finish.
said.
Don't interrupt. Stop. Let me actually make my point. How is it not orders of magnitude more objectionable and sexist and disgusting to say that men are disposable and men need to lay down their lives for women? Men need to die for women.
Hey, I don't
Never
make
said
the
they're no
rules.
one said
I don't make the
I
rules.
don't know if
stronger.
if this
We
is
said
I'm living
they're
in a
stronger.
fantasy land here.
Okay.
That seems way more of a raw deal that men need
You're
to
going from one
die
extreme to
and
the other.
women have to
Yeah.
be in the kitchen.
Seriously.
Why is it only sexist when it's anything that impacts women? But if men, that's your traditional, that's your role as a man. You're a beta male, you're effeminate, you're not masculine. But as a woman, I want to be a boss babe. Go girl, you can be a boss babe. That's sexist if you say that women should be in the kitchen.
Because y'all perceive it as degrading.
I did not say that. I agree with that fact that women do
You're the
have
only
a
one
job
at the
in the
table.
kitchen. She
You're the
also
only
agreed.
one at the table.
But
She
but
also
y'all
agreed.
perceive that
I'm saying, like-
intuitively that's degrading to y'all.
No. Here's the thing.
It's just the way that
agree
it's
with
put,
it. I don't
right?
like the way it's worded.
Yeah.
But we're
What?
sensitive. We're in our emotions. Of course, the way
Yeah,
things
women
are
Okay.
going to
are
be
gonna be-
said.
Let me hold on. Let me actually
Yeah.
address the tone thing here.
It was
Let
the
me-
way
let
you
me-
said
It
it.
was totally the way you said
Hold
it.
on. Let me address the
Nobody's
tone
saying
thing.
here, die, Brian.
I'll even double
Die.
down. I'll
We're
even
not saying
double
that.
down.
Your job is to die for us. Nobody's saying that.
Let's talk about tone for a sec. So, I would argue, even if the tone is as polite and favorable as it can be, if you frame that men ought to die for women, and if you say it in the most polite way, dear men, I really think you guys, it would be, I'm trying to think of it, it would be really great if
I
you
get what
guys
you're
could die for women. Versus if I were to say, damn, these gotta be in these.
No.
I would still argue that you saying it politely that men should die is still orders of magnitude worse than a man being a raging misogynist saying women be in the kitchen.
Look, Brian, we
don't think
acknowledge
it's
the
saying that
inequality.
exactly.
We understand
You should not
that.
work in sales then.
There
'cause
is
tone is everything.
inequality in this specific scenario. Yes.
Yeah, you
What
have a
can I-
calling.
I think
And
you're
maybe
also
it's not
making
fair, but
blanket
it's your
Your
calling.
delivery
But
is
all
everything.
of you objected. Again, it's orders of magnitude, a bigger ask for a guy to lay down his life and die for a woman than for a guy to be like, you belong in the kitchen.
Yeah, maybe
You're
it
saying
is.
you belong in a grave. Which one's worse?
No, it's
No, it's
just
worse.
I think it's
different.
comparable.
You don't need to
They're
be
so
disrespectful
different.
about it. You don't need to
How,
say
of
it like
course
that
they're
to your
different.
woman.
One's really bad and one's
It's just from one extreme
negligible.
to the other. Like,
It's kind
Nobody's
of like women
saying
in
they're
the
not
kitchen is,
comparable.
is you saying that's our only
Okay.
purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we have. I
That's
don't
not
wanna
our
speak
sole
for you,
purpose.
but that's where we have the issue. Is women belong in the kitchen?
Like my whole
Okay.
job is the
as if
kitchen.
it was
Fine.
our
I'll give
only
you a more
purpose.
fair. I'll give you. I'll try to give you one more last fair example. Then we'll move on. Okay. So, okay. Let me think how I want to frame this precisely. Is it? I lost it.
Because there is no parallel, and we acknowledge that. And that, what did we say? It sucks.
Tough.
Okay, here's the question. Do you think a guy who's not willing to lay down his life for his wife, do you think that should preclude him from like being eligible for marriage?
No.
No.
Hold on, let me frame it
People
a
marry
little better.
losers all the time.
Sure, but like, do you think that he's marriage worthy?
Not for me.
Do you think that man should
Not
be
for
able
you.
to get a mate?
Anyone should be able to find love.
yeah.
It's just, I think,
Okay.
I don't think mass
Not-
murderers should.
Yeah, but you.
It's like that song, like, how deep is your love? Like that one song. Like, yeah.
Maybe not like psychopaths.
Is it okay? Do you think men who are not willing? Do you think men who are not willing to lay down their lives for their wives are worthy of that woman?
Depends on the
if the
woman.
woman's okay
yeah,
with
if-
that, then that's fine.
But
It's
if
just
she's not okay with it,
honorable in
then-
terms of society.
Do you think
Yeah.
it's good conduct on the man's part?
No.
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 Okay. So final question then. Do you? Shit. I feel
Been
like
on
the
this
framing's.
Yeah.
The way I wanted to frame it was like, okay, if men who aren't willing to lay down their lives, they shouldn't get married. I would just ask, if women aren't virgins, should they be, good mates for marriage?
Yeah.
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 Is this supposed to be like an own? I just don't see how it's an own.
Because you can get married if you don't want to lay it down.
Not
your
trying to
life
own.
For a woman, that's fine. That's your prerogative. And there's probably a woman who agrees with that. I
Yeah,
just don't
just-
think society, it's honorable.
Just don't get with the girl that has caught so many bodies.
Okay.
Like, there's no nuance in what you're saying at all.
Will you? I'm curious. Would you guys be submissive to a boyfriend?
I was about to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 A boyfriend.
Real Trump donated $69. Like I said, we get to turn into human popsicles in the Atlantic while the women stay alive on top of a floating door. I won't even give up a seat for a pregnant woman anymore.
Based.
Thanks, feminism.
Not based.
W feminism.
It's like the world is going
W
backwards.
feminism, real Trump. Thank you. You were about to say
I mean, if he shows up in all the ways, then yes.
you would be submissive.
Yeah.
Okay.
To a husband, yeah. But I mean, I think you can still have those like qualities while you're dating. You
Sure.
don't like go from being, I don't know, like combative
Let's
and
say
everything.
you're married. Let's say you're
Yeah.
married to a guy. I don't know how this is gonna. It just popped up into my mind. I've never used this question before, but you're dating a guy, you're married to a guy, and he tells you he wants you to vote a certain way, perhaps you disagree with. And he says, I want you to vote for this, then this, or this politician, even though maybe you don't. Although there's a deeper thing there. Well, if your values don't align politically, then I don't know.
Yeah.
Just answer the.
Yeah.
Would you be like, yes, husband, I will vote for this politician
Yes,
who you're
because if
instructing
he
me to?
believes that that's going to benefit us as a whole and us as a household, and that's going to help us in the long term, then I'm going to trust his judgment and cast my vote on what he says.
I think, yeah, if I'm dating someone and they like knew my values and what I wanted and they support that, then there's going to be reason behind it. But I would also ask follow-up questions.
So biblically, we are, as Christians, we are supposed to submit to our husband unless it's dishonorable to God. So in certain scenarios, we do not have to submit to everything, but we still need to have submissive qualities.
Sure.
Would I agree with his vote and do it like as he tells me to?
He's like, I want you to vote for this politician. Perhaps you don't.
I'm going to vote more emotionally, so I'd rather follow his logic.
Okay.
I'd say, you know me, I want to know why. And so I'd want a little, like, not like a debate, but I'd be like, tell me why I should, as opposed to what I think about this person. And if your logic is better, then I'll be swayed.
Yes, because if I'm submitting to a man, I'm trusting him wholeheartedly.
Yes, and these two girls gave like perfect answers.
Sure. It was my first time that just popped into my head. Not sure if it was the greatest
Good one.
thing, but let me get into some of my notes here. I'll try to get through them as quickly as possible. A lot of you provided some pre-show notes, so we will try our best to get into it. Rahima, you said you